Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way, and well, you've seen the thumbnail. Some big stuff has happened in between episodes, and it's still going on right now. It's unfolding before our very eyes, and it's going to happen in today's episode, and I'm a bit heartbroken about it, if I'm honest with you, but we're going to find out everything and see, eventually, what happens in this situation that we've got ourselves in. So hello and welcome back. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode. Today, we've got Middlesbrough in the Championship, but really that's the least of our worries right now. There's so much more going on. Before I go through everything, make sure you are sitting tight because there's a lot to go through, but make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. So we'll start off with the positive news that there are some more additions to the club, which is fantastic. We managed to create some more transfer budget by sending loads of our young players out on loan. As you can see from this big long list, we've got tons of players out on loan right now, and for the most part, as you can see like on this right hand side, wage contribution £130 per week. A lot of these players are having their wages paid at other clubs, and they're also paying a fee to have these players at their clubs. So that's freed up a lot of wage budget for us, and it's freed up a little bit of transfer budget for us as well, which is very nice. But we freed up a ton of transfer budget by adjusting the rewards and bonuses players get for we finish in the league table. As you can see on the screenshot right now, we've gone for low bonuses in the cup and the league, which gave us an extra £1 million worth of transfer budget, which was absolutely fantastic. And so, with the extra transfer budget and the extra wage budget available, we managed to bring in Ethan Galbraith on a free transfer. He was let go from Hull last season after he got promoted to the Championship, played pretty well for Hull last season, is a Championship quality player for us, and will come in to actually be a really solid part of our team this season. Going to be a really integral part in midfield, a position which we're massively lacking in. We've also managed to strengthen our backline by signing Felipe Fernandez, a centre-back on loan from Manchester United. And of course, because they're Man United and our affiliate club, we got him for absolutely free. The confusing thing is, this guy's actually quite good. There's players in the Man United under-23 team who are worse than this guy, and they won't let him come on loan to us because they don't think we've got better or good enough quality players. So I'm very confused as to why they've let this guy come, but we've got another defender in the team, which I think is a really solid piece of business. And there's going to be a third player joining us very shortly, I hope. Nelson Lorca is a right winger. We needed to bring in a right winger, and this guy looks to be the business for us. We don't have a full scout report on him just yet, but we couldn't turn down, it says release fee clause £1.7 million there. Actually, there was a relegation release fee clause of £825,000, which we have triggered after Lorca got relegated from La Liga last season. Huesca, got relegated from La Liga last season. I don't know why I said Lorca, if I'm honest with you. So, initial scout reports say Championship standard could improve a lot in the future, and hopefully he's going to come in to be a fantastic player for us. However, we don't quite have enough in the transfer budget because of the signing on bonus that we've given to him, and of course Ethan Galbraith as well. So we need an extra £100,000 from somewhere. Where could we get that from? Well, we're about to get a lot more than £100,000, I think. The sad news today is Tyson Allen. It's not really sad, but it is really sad at the same time. It's not sad because we're about to get a ton of money for him, but it is sad because we never really got to see him play for us. He's been out on loan the past couple of seasons or so, playing really well in League One. He was about to make his big break for us this season, and you hate to see it, he's going to leave the club. Bids started to come in for Tyson Allen around the end of July. It was Brighton who led the charge, actually, with some increasingly big bids, £5.5 million, and then at some point it was about £7 million as well, before the board accepted a transfer fee of £11.5 million from Brighton, which I had a long time debating about. It's a lot of money, an awful lot of money, but when I was doing scouting, I could not find a young left winger better than Tyson Allen who would want to join the club. I also had a chat with some of you guys on Discord as well, and my suggestion was that potentially if we hold on to him for 2 or 3 years, it would be the big Premier League clubs making 30, 40, 50 million pound bids for him. So I went to the board, protested it, and they said, no, we're not going to sell him for that much money. We'll keep him at the club, it's fine. And that was fine, until Brentford started to make bids. This one went up to £12.25 million from Brentford, and that was getting a little bit scary because it was bigger than the bid that was put in before that got rejected in the end by the board after I told them to. But in the end, they put in a ginormous bid. In total, they've put up £16 million, and this is where the board came in once again, and they said to me, Tom, we have to accept this. I protested it, and they said, no, we're accepting it. So it looks like we're going to lose Tyson Allen for £16 million. 5 up front, another 3.5 down the line, and then it's £7 million in add-ons for appearance bonuses, plus 30% of future profit on next sale and stuff like that, which I'm sure he'll sell for more than £60 million down the line. So we are guaranteed £9 million. We should be getting another £7 million. The international appearance one should happen, and I imagine league appearances should happen at some point as well in the future. But he seems pretty keen to sign the contract, and I think we're going to lose him. So we can't actually change or adjust budgets to sign Nelson Lorca. We're going to have to delay this instead for a little bit, but I'm sure it won't be delayed for long because I think Tyson Allen will be leaving the club. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. We're going to have a lot of money to try and sign some players. The only issue is that it's probably going to be not left wingers. We need a left winger coming in, but there's just really no one available right now who's good enough in my opinion. It might mean we are lacking down the left-hand side of the pitch a little bit, but Corey Alton, who is meant to be our backup left-back, can play anywhere down the left-hand side of the pitch. So I think he'll be used quite a bit. But the transfers are going to happen after today's game against Middlesbrough. So let's focus back what we can control, the Middlesbrough game. Of course, we should probably also talk about results in between episodes as well. We've played a lot of friendlies, and as you can see, we did very, very well across all our friendlies. It's really important to note as well that Carlos Escobar scored 7 goals across pre-season. Ignore the 4 goals he scored in one game, but still, 7 goals is impressive. Christian, our new striker, who's got quite low finishing, actually ended up scoring 8 goals in 8 pre-season appearances, so make of that what you will. The opening league game of the season away to Sunderland could not have gone better. We won that game 3-0, which was absolutely fantastic. New on-loan signing Willy Camboire got 2 goals towards the end of the game following a penalty from Josh Tymon on his debut. He also got the assists for both of Willy's goals, so he got like a 9.9 rating that game. So Josh Tymon was absolutely superb to start the season off. Very happy with him. We then changed about 80% of the lineup for the game against Oldham in the EFL Cup, and we won that one 3-0 as well, with Oliver Street, Adam Thomas Parry, and new on-loan signing Reg Bergen getting the goal in that one. And so not that it matters right now, because we're only 1 game into the season, but we are 3rd as it stands. Middlesbrough, though, had a very tough start. I think they lost 3-0 on their opening day of the season. We are playing at home today, so fingers crossed we get a good result. This is the lineup that I think is going to be our first choice lineup for most of this season. The back line and centre mids, they are literally the same sort of style of play that we had last season. So Andrei Uchi, the new keeper, in the net, with Tymon, Camboire, Thomas Parry and Poll in that back line. Statura and Webster maintain the deep line playmaker and box-to-boxer in the centre of midfield. Obviously, though, we've moved to wingers, which is a little bit different. So on the right-hand side, Rebergen, who can only really play with his left foot, is going to have to be an inverted winger on the right-hand side of the pitch. When it comes to the other 3 players in the attack, though, we are changing up the roles a little bit to try and suit these players better. Now, looking at Christian Roxvarg, he looks to be more of an attacking midfielder in my opinion, and a few of you guys in the comment section yesterday seemed to agree with me. More of the attacking midfielder. However, I like 2 strikers, and he does fit the role of a false 9 very well. Drops a bit deeper, tries to create a bit of space, and I think he could be very good at that. So he's going to be the false 9. However, we need a more attacking striker up front. The thing is, Escobar's finishing is only 10. He's not actually that great of a striker, Escobar, despite scoring 13 goals in the league last season at 14 in all competitions. What he can do, though, relatively well, is be a pressing forward. So that's his job this season, be a pressing forward. Now, I'm not entirely sure how conducive that will be to actually scoring goals, but we're going to give it a shot for now. George Alexander can also play as a pressing forward too, so that's maybe what we're going to try and do. If it doesn't work, we'll make him an advanced forward or something like that. But because neither of these guys are actually that great at shooting, and of course this guy, Christian, is dropping back a little deeper to try and help bridge the midfield and the attack, Jacobson on this left-hand side of the pitch is going to play as an inside forward this season. Hopefully, he'll cut inside and score plenty of goals. He got 6 last season in 18 appearances, which is not too bad to be fair, so fingers crossed he does something similar this season. So this is what's going to be the usual starting lineup, I believe. However, because we might be losing him, This game, Tyson Allen is going to start on the left-hand side of the pitch. We need to see him play at least once on an episode. So that's the team. Let's submit it. Let's go to the game and let's see if we can get the better of Middlesbrough here today. So as kickoff is upon us, hopefully we're going to carry on with the 3-0 trend that we're on so far. Both competitive games we've played this season, we've won 3-0. So I'd like that to continue today. Although 25 minutes into this game, not an awful lot is happening so far. Finally, the first highlight, which Cambrala will take from quite deep inside his own area. A short ball into Strachura, who gets it into Webster in the end, who goes for the shot, and it's tipped over the bar by the keeper for a corner. Rebergen on this one for an outswinger, puts it into the middle, and it's been cleared out from the back. Tyson Allen with a huge sliding challenge in there to try and win possession back. Doesn't quite do it, but we do win possession back via a free kick, which Thomas Parry will take into Escobar, who now brings the ball forward out wide into Pole. Escobar looks to get in the middle. The ball floated in there, cleared by the Middlesbrough defence, who now come on a counter-attack. We've got plenty of defenders back, and they win possession back nicely. Escobar nods the ball down to Roxvarg. I can't say his name very easily. I'm going to have to say Christian for now, as Tyson Allen gets the shot away, puts in the back of the net. It does take a couple of games for me to get used to some of the new players' names and stuff like that. It's going to take a while. It took a while to get used to Strachura. It's going to take a while to get used to Rebergen. It's going to take a while to get used to Roxvarg. That's going to be a little difficult to say, I think. But at half-time, it's 0-0. And you can see here, we are the much better team. We just need to convert some of these chances into goals, and we should be absolutely golden. As Timon puts the ball into the middle, Cambrala heads it just over the bar. You hate to see it. As, sadly, Tyson Allen, on what might be his, well, first league appearance or first league start and final league start for the club, is dropping an absolute stinker here today. Maybe we are doing a good thing getting £16 million for him if he's going to drop a 6.3 and pick up yellow cards. But we had to see him play in an episode as Cambrala misses that one. Luckily for him, our new keeper, Andre Uch, who's kept 2 clean sheets in both competitions so far this season, is doing pretty well. Corner swung in, cleared this time from the back, and can we get on a counter? Not quite. Right, I know I wanted to play him today for the memories and the prosperity and, you know, our £16 million man. At least we've seen him play in one episode, but he really is playing terribly today on a 6.2 rating right now. I think we're going to take him off the pitch in a second, unless he can do something magical here right now. Although Escobar put through, oh, hits the post. You hate to see it. Agonisingly close there from Escobar. Can he get a goal here, though? Strachura puts it into Cambrala, who puts it wide of the mark. We are getting closer and closer, I must say. But Tyson Allen, I'm sorry, mate. You've got to come off for Jacobson. We're going to bring George Alexander on for Escobar as well. And maybe just make him that advance forward on attack instead. Just see if he can do a little bit better in that situation. 20 minutes to go, though. We are dominating proceedings. We're on attacking already. I'm going to shout encourage to the team out there as Middlesbrough look to bring the ball forward. If they score a goal now, I'll be so upset. Cleared out from the back. Nice. Only as far as Middlesbrough players, though. Can Pole get in there? No, he can't. Right. Middlesbrough. Oh, Webster gets in there brilliantly. Right. Here comes Christian. He's brought down cynically. Right. That's surely a red card for Middlesbrough. Flynn Downs sent off. 15 minutes to go. We can do this. We can do this, surely. Let's start to get players on more attacking duties to get themselves forward just that little bit more. In fact, we'll even make Rebergen an inside forward on attack as well. Let's just see if that works a little better for us. Essentially, 4 strikers are playing on the pitch right now. This is going to be too much commitment forward now, isn't it? Watch Middlesbrough use the 10-man advantage they're going to have to score a goal. But not like that, at least, as Alexander's been put through. Marked by 3 players, back to Pol, who finds Christian. Christian is through, and Christian gets his first goal for the club. You love to see it. An absolutely superb finish from the guy who's only got 9 finishing to give us the lead in this game, to put us in front, and hopefully with 10 minutes to go, give us the 3 points. That's a superb ball by Pole, by the way, and good composure there to take it down and score. Okay, feeling pretty good about that then. 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. We deserve the win looking at the match stats as well, and it keeps us third in the table after 2 games. Stop the count right now. I'd love to be in the playoffs. A great win, a great result, and a good team performance. Okay, excellent. That is absolutely fantastic. Very happy with that. But now the happiness is subsiding because we will have to say goodbye to Tyson Allen. Although I do feel slightly better knowing that he just dropped a 6.1, 6.2 in that game. So maybe that means he's not that good. The main thing is, though, Brentford, do think he's good. The deal's gone through. Tyson Allen signs for an eventual fee of £16 million. So we got given 5.25 right now. 4 million of that is going into the transfer budget right now, which is very good. Okay, we can do some work with that. Surely he's not going to go straight into the first team. Surely he won't go straight into their first team. We could get him back if we pay 100% of his wages, which we can't pay. Bear with me here. If I just adjust the budgets a little bit, we need a left winger this season. I've already looked around and I know for sure that there just aren't any good left wingers available to us. Left wing, looking for it right now. In terms of players who got scouted out, there's nothing that great. I mean, this guy maybe who plays in Belgium, he could be a guy to bring in, but not for £7 million to £9 million for a guy with championship potential, right? Luke Harris plays for Fulham. He again, championship or Premier League potential, but far too expensive. And nowhere near as good as Tyson Allen, I think, to be fair, if I'm honest with you. I think it's only sensible that to fill the gap that Tyson Allen has left, we fill it with Tyson Allen on loan for the season, even if it means paying a big chunk of wages. Suggest terms, accept demands, yes. It also means that Nelson Lorca, asked for confirmation, will now be able to sign for the club. Let's accept that. And he should be joining the club for just under £1 million. Decent contract. And actually looks to be pretty decent, I must say. Championship quality right now. 4-star potential. But for the price we paid for him, I don't think that's too bad. Will be a good backup on the right-hand side. Maybe even a starter, to be fair. I think he looks quite good, to be fair. The offer for Tyson Allen has been accepted. I just imagine he will probably say no to it. Also, that guaranteed £9 million is the biggest transfer fee we've ever received after the £4 million we got for selling Cozier Dewberry. Yeah. Tyson, why do you reject us like that? In that case, I think what I'll do is I'll leave the Wade budget as it is. It says 2.8. Oh, because we just bought the player, didn't we? So we've got basically £3 million to spend. However, we've only got a week of a transfer window left open. Ideally, we bring a left winger in, but I don't think we've got the money or the quality of left wingers available to us to bring into the club. There's a lot of players on my shortlist that I really like, that I really like, to be fair. However, a lot of them don't want to join us, and we don't have full scout reports on a lot of them as well. So that could be tricky. Although there's a left winger here. Oh, now could this be the guy? David Kriz reports League One standard Premier League potential. We can afford him within his valuation. The thing is, he's not a Tyson Allen, really. He's not, which is a big shame. But we've taken gambles on young Eastern European players before. We could do it again. It's more likely that would happen in January than right now, I think, though. More likely to happen in January than right now. So let's not try and make transfers right now. Let's just be thankful for the money and thankful for the prospect of a bright future. We had a great episode today. So next episode, I propose we come back in mid-October for like West Brom and Stoke. Both teams are looking to do quite well this season. I think they will be good challenges. And if we can maintain this form from the start of the season, it would also mean it would be a pretty decent game for us as well. So, an exciting episode today. Some big movement happening in the transfer market and a few new players joining the club too. I think overall, we've got a really strong team right now. So, thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.